Hello everyone and welcome to my tier list channel. Today we're going to be going over Real Madrid and how their players did for the 2024-2025 season. They won no trophies this season, which was an L in their opinion and for the rest of the world because there's a lot of Real Madrid supporters. Winning no trophies is absolutely shambolic. But anyways, we're going to see how this team did and how their players performed. Starting with Alaba. Alaba gets a C. Let's be honest, your knees are finished. You have no ACL left. Um, it's just moving along. A team like Real Madrid can't have Alaba starting for them, especially covering in left back. And we saw what happened when he played left back against a really good winger. He was getting cooked, all right? So he had a horrible season. He's got to leave the club. Arda Güler, Arda Güler gets a C, unfortunately. It's because he didn't play at all. Carlo Ancelotti didn't play Arda Güler at all, even after seeing that Cruz left the team and he's a creative midfielder that could break the lines. But he never played this guy until the end of the season when it was too late. In my opinion, he's like a B level player. Whenever he played, he was a B. But overall, as the season goes, he's a C because he didn't play at all. So what's the point of having a player like him on your bench that just comes in at the 85th minute? Bellingham, in my opinion, gets a B. Didn't really have the best season. Um, but it was good enough. Like people are gonna just bat an eye and move it along. I'll give him an A. For his standards, it's a little high, but I feel like out of everyone in that midfield, he was probably like the one that was actually putting in a lot of work. Brahim gets a C. He didn't do anything either. He was just a player that came off the bench. Maybe had like a couple months where he was doing decent. Other than that, overall he was horrible for them. Camavinga gets a B. One of their solid midfielders that they had, player that could play left back as well. So for him, he was taking care of that role pretty well, playing consistently. But once again, big games, he just wasn't there. A lot of mistakes. He was just getting destroyed by big teams. Carvajal gets an F. He was injured for the whole season, so we won't talk about it. It was actually a big loss for Real Madrid this season that he couldn't even play. And we'll get to his replacement later on in this video. Ceballos gets a C. Pack your bags. It's time to go. You're not a Real Madrid player. You came in when Carlo Ancelotti needed someone in midfield, and Arda Güler wasn't even a second choice. You were ahead of him in the pecking order, which makes absolutely no sense to me. But anyways, if you were smart about it, you would pack your bags and you would head off. But you are like 30, so maybe you just want to collect your final paychecks. Courtois gets an A. Solid season, but I feel like he could have done better. People overrate Courtois, but he also was dealing with some injuries, it looks like, throughout the season. But overall, he's still Courtois. He's a good goalkeeper. Not an S tier goalkeeper this season, but an A tier for sure. Endrick gets a C. Endrick does nothing. He just stands there and he gets the ball 30 feet out, 30 yards out of the goal, and he just hits it. He'll score sometimes. He has really good shot power, really good technique. But guess what? This is not Palmeiras or wherever you came from in Brazil. This is Real Madrid, right? This is a big club. You play as a team, and that's something that he doesn't know. And I feel like Carlo Ancelotti did not help him either. No one's really talking to him. He's just out there flopping all the time. So just for your flopping, you get a C. Fran Garcia, he gets an F. You might as well play no one at left back if you're gonna play Fran Garcia, right? I don't know why he's on this team. He's not good. The only reason he even valued to this team is because he has a left foot. That's literally it. He can't go up the field. He can't defend. He can foul. He can do that part, but he can't do anything else. Vasquez. Honestly, if there was like another tier under F, that's where Vasquez would go. Um, like the worst player I've ever seen this season playing right back. You were better off playing Fede Valverde over there. You were better off playing me over there. Why is Vasquez still playing right back? And I get it. He's not the starting right back, and Carvajal was supposed to be that player. But hey, you're Real Madrid, right? You can go spend money. So why didn't you spend money in the winter transfer window and buy someone? Instead, you relied on Vasquez, who was getting cooked every week in, week out. He was just getting destroyed. It looked like he didn't want to be out there. He was just there for his mental health at that point. Lunin, I don't even think he played this season, so he gets an F from me. Go play at some other club. Go to Europe. Go to Newcastle. They need a goalkeeper. Go play for them. Mbappe, he gets an S for me. Started the season off slow, but hey, 40 goals is 40 goals, right? He won pretty much every goal scoring record there is right now. So, and I think scored the most goals since Ronaldo, or he beat Ronaldo's record since joining Real Madrid or something like that. So you can't hate on that. If anything, Real Madrid are going to be even scarier next season if Mbappe can keep this form up, which he 100% can. He was probably their best attacker, but not by a little bit, by a mile. He was their best attacker, and he didn't even have the greatest starts of the season, which is very scary for Mbappe and for the rest of Real Madrid because how can like none of the other forwards do anything like him? Mendy, you know what? Your fullbacks are cooked, by the way. Real Madrid, yeah, four of your fullbacks are right now in my F tier. Mendy can't do anything either. He broke his knee again. He's been injured his whole career. He's been injury prone. I don't know when you guys are gonna decide to invest in like actual players because right now you guys are buying the most fragile players straight off a plane that have that symbol on them. Militao, he gets an F once again. Player that was injured all throughout the season. He also I think is towards ACL for his like second time now or something like that. So his knees are finished. He can't play for a team like this. It's finished for him. Um, Modric. Ooh. Well, we'll give him a B. He came in, he plays about 60 minutes a game, or off the bench plays a good 30 minutes. He does his thing, but he's leaving the club now, so good luck replacing him. He just controls the tempo of the game, which is nice to have. But if you have a game plan, that is, you guys don't have a game plan. You guys have hit the ball down and run after it. Rodrigo gets a C for me. He did nothing. Maybe played one good month. After that, you had like Endrick ahead of him. You had Gulair, you had Brahim. All of these guys were all in the same category because it looked like Ancelotti was just experimenting at that point. He didn't know who to play what. Like it was all just, hey, let's just play. Let's just try this. Let's try this next week. And as they're doing that, they're just dropping points, dropping points, dropping points. Rudiger gets a B. Um, he is injured for like a good minute now, but I think he was playing through injuries throughout the whole season, and he was still like their best center back by a mile. So in my opinion, he still gets a B for that. I don't think he'll have the same impact anymore going forward just because of the injuries on his body, and I think Real Madrid are trying to restructure the team. So for me, he gets a B. Tchouameni gets a B. Once again, another world class center mid player, but he's been playing a lot of center back because of all these injuries. So for him, I don't think it's fair that he was punished to play in other positions. But for me, he gets a B. He still did his part. He did his thing. Of whatever this guy's name is, this guy's got to leave the club. You don't even play anymore. Valverde, well, let's be honest, he's just a beast. Up the field, down the field, he can play right back, he can play center mid, he can play on the right wing. He was doing everything. He was their best midfielder by a mile. Jude to being at A is crazy, but he's an S. Him and Mbappe carried this team like no other team could, and Courtois to some extent. But Valverde is probably a top 3 midfielder in the world, and he gets an S for that. Vinny, see another A, but we're being too easy on them. Like he probably scored like 10 goals this season. He had a horrible season. He did not go 10 times harder. He got 10 times worse, right? 10 times better on the bench. That's what was happening. Clearly not a Ballon d'Or shout, not a top winger in the world. I have players like Doué over him, so bad season for Real Madrid. You can tell by this tier list. It looks pretty good too. Most of it's at the bottom, as it should be. But yeah, that was Real Madrid's 2024-2025 players rank. Let me know what teams you want me to do next. Whether you want me to do teams, you want to do a different sport. It could be completely different. It could be, I don't know, a vegetable. So just let me know what you want me to react to next. Thank you. Bye.